they asked me that I ask you about this competition.
Okay.
Tell about this competition.
Well, it's been very interesting, an interesting competition. It started very differently to the way that I thought it might start. The weather conditions changed dramatically from, I think, everybody's practice sessions. So it made everybody really think about what they need to do. And it's been a very tactical competition, but it's been very difficult to choose tactics because the tactics change. You find a method that works, and then 3 fish later it changes, and you don't catch so many again. But I think I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been really good. A disappointing start for England, but we've changed and it's working very well now. And I wish the competition maybe was 12 hours longer because I think it would be very exciting. But I must say that Ukraine have fished incredibly well. What a great performance from Ukraine. To not just to win, but it's the way that they've won. I know that it's not finished yet, but the way that they've performed all the way through has just been faultless. And to not drop lower than 2 in a section, a 1-1-2, a 1-2-1, they stay there. They've just been brilliant. And it's been very interesting watching the fight between Romania, Croatia and France, and then Russia and also Serbia coming in. And then you look at some of the other teams that come in and out. It's been a very interesting competition, this one. Very enjoyable.
Dobro, što smeni? Prvo bi ja mnogo slabo love, a сега počne da lovac u posljednji den. Što smeni?
What you change in the tactics? You begin, you don't catch fish, and when you change the tactics, it goes to catch the fish.
I'm not telling you.
But he changed.
Yes, yes. We had a plan. I can tell you what the plan was. The plan was originally for grass carp, because we have a tactic that works very, very well for grass carp, and there are some very big grass carp here. In one night in practice, and I accept that practice is different from competition, but in one night we catch 15 kilo plus grass carp. I catch a carp of just below 18 kilos. We have a very, very good big fish tactic that, if it worked, would be fantastic. But it needed the water to be warmer and the air pressure to be higher. But because it was so good, I have to test it. I can't completely forget it. I have to test it, because if it works, it's a very different game for us. And it didn't work. So then suddenly we have a big problem because it doesn't work. We have to change, and it makes it very difficult. But I think I come here, if we are being serious now, I come here to win gold. I will take a silver or a bronze because it's a nice consolation, but I want gold. And people remember gold. We want to win gold. We're all competitive people. You have 3 different types of teams that come to this event. You have teams that want to take part in it. You have teams that think they can win it, and you have teams that know they can win it. And Croatia are a team that know they can win it. All they need is all of those stars to align, that the draw is good. You have the skill, you have the ability, there's no question. And there are a number of other teams that are like that as well that you can pick out. You know that if they get the opportunity, they will win it. The problem that we have is that we don't have grass carp in England, that we don't have this style of venue in England, so we've come over and practiced once. And I think that you guys are too strong for us because you know more, Romania know more, France have been very strong, and Ukraine immensely good on this. So I have to take a risk. If I want to be in gold and be very sure that I can get to gold, I have to take a risk. Because if I play my normal game, and my normal game is like your game, you will beat me at it because you know how to play this more than I do. So we take a risk. It didn't work, so now we fish for silver or bronze. But for the gold medal game, we had to try something very different, and it was either going to be yes or no. Unfortunately, the weather and the air pressure in particular made it no.
Što se razlikuje Francija, Španija I ovdje, način od nalovenja?
What the difference about championship in the France, in the Spain, and that lake?
Oh, 3 very, very different tactics. Very different tactics, and this is, Spain suited us very well because it was suited PVA bags, because it was a hard-bottomed lake and river, and it suited our tactics perfectly.
Yes.
So for us, it wasn't a home game, but it was very similar because the tactics were perfect for home. France, we made a mistake in France. We were in the lead to begin with. Our practice was very good. The problem was that, and you guys I'm sure will feel the same way, you had to build a swim slowly to get it working, and then when it was working, that's when you feed really hard. And we thought that we got it working a little bit sooner than we had.
Yes.
So we put our accelerator down to put more bait in 6 hours too early. And because we went too early, we pushed the fish out, and when they come back in again, they go to France.
Yes.
And as a result, that made it very, very difficult for us. And that was a little bit of an inexperience with our team, because I have some new guys into it. We have some team instructions and just a little bit of inexperience. But my team is the same this year as it was last year, and we develop, we go forwards. There is one new guy that's in here, the big guy. And he's in for one reason. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm sure you can tell anyway from the size of him. We all know why he's in, and it's worked in here as well. So we develop a squad specifically to move forwards all the time. So France was a very big disappointment for me. Here, although we are in a worse position, this is a very pleasing result for me, because of the way that we see the tactics come forwards. And I think traditionally Croatia have been very good finishing game, whereas England are very good starters. And I understand that if we want to win more, then we have to be better finishing.
Yes.
So this is what we do now. We work on our middle and our end game, and you see what it's like. So.
Imaš i nekako časa do kraja, da li očekuje neke promjena?
Do you expect any change for the to end competition position for the first?
Yes, for the first team, no. Ukraine have won,
Yes.
no question. I think the problem that we have, or that not we, but other teams have now. You have France, Romania, and Russia that are very close, battling for silver and bronze. And the problem that they have is us at the moment, because we might catch one fish in here or one fish in another section that can take points. I think it's 2 kilos in here, and we take 1 point away from Russia, which means France win.
Yes.
But if we get 2 kilos in C section, then that takes a point away from Russia, which means France go in. So second and third are very, very close and very open now.
Okay.
But thank you. Sorry it was so long. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cheers.